So let's move straight to the business of the day. Okay. So can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you all see?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me start again. Good evening. My name is Apan Joseph. I'm a software engineer at Centadesk. Right. So if you guys have watched the ad for the bootcamp, you guys should have seen my face. So welcome. I'll be the facilitator for today's class. Okay. So you can reach me out if you have questions on the group, and then this is my Twitter handle, Syntax Designer. Okay. So according to the outline of the program, so we have a lot of stuff to discuss today. Basic terminology we are going to be we'll be using often on this program. So for web, so how will I start? Let's start like this. Every field has their own terminologies, their own tools, and then things, right? So now we have terminologies for web, terminologies for computer in general. So and then we're going to be setting up environments, and then we're going to be talking about Git. We're going to be talking about how to host your website once you are done. So okay, let's dive right into it. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me well? Okay, so let's start with the brief history. And what's web? So, World Wide Web is a network of online content that is formatted in HTML and accessed via HTTP. The term refers to all the interlinked HTML pages that can be accessed over the internet. Okay, so this is a big English. Let me try to break it down. So the internet is a connection of different computer, and then the computer, the let me say the way is it the gateway that allow us to access everything on the internet is called HTTP. So HTTP is internet. It's called HTTP is hypertext transfer protocol, right? So now, so what are the basic terminologies we are going to be discussing? We are going to be talking about what's a website, what's a web page, a web browser, search engine, web server, domain name, IDE, and then extensions. Okay, so let's start with a website. Like Mr. Chris talked about on Sunday, is on Saturday, sorry. He tried to do let me say overview of everything. So what we're going to be narrowing down like 80 kind of knowledge. Let's narrow down in depth a bit what's a website. So a website is a collection of different web pages. So now when you go to Google and search something like let's say okay, let me just do, let me also show you, like let's do a demo. Okay, so for example, when I go to Google and search something like Ninja Loaded, so a popular site, Ninja Loaded or something like that. Let me look for something any music. Okay. Which other site am I going to now? Can't even remember this website. Mm, okay. So Ninja Loaded. So now once I search Ninja Loaded, so it gives me the Ninja Loaded link. When I click on Ninja Loaded, once it loads, so you notice that there's something here. Can you see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, go on.
Yes, we can see it. We can see it.
Okay. So now this Ninja Loaded stream, right? This Ninja Loaded site. Notice you have something called music, video, entertainment, TV news, list, and all gist and all those stuff. When I click on music, so it's going to be taking me to the web page that has the information concerning only music, right? So now the collection of this different stuff here, this music, this page that has only music, video, entertainment, and other stuff here is what we call a website. Do you get my point? So the collection of this here now is called the website. The total information, like let me say the basket, that contains everything on the site is called a website. Now, moving to the next one, so web page. So a web page is a particular document, is a particular page in a website that contains a specific information. Now, when I clicked on this, let's say let me click on this video. So what will happen is that when this page finish loading, it will take me to a page that contains all the videos in this Ninja loaded, right? So this is called web page. The web page is a particular file that contains an information regarding specific information in a website. So that's for a web page. So the next one we're going to be looking at is the web browser. Now, a web browser is an app, a software that allows you gain access to the internet. So let me explain. Now, you have a web browser. Let me give you a good example of a web browser. A web browser is something like Chrome, your Pramini, your Brave browser, which other one, any of these browsers that you have, it's called a web browser. So the web browser allows you access into the internet. So the web browser has an engine inside it that enables you to run the website, to open up this thing. So naturally, without your web browser, you cannot see this. Like this will look jargon. You understand? So, but with the help of the web browser, like it formats this thing to make this thing beautiful, like to help you load access to this. Okay. So now the next one we're going to be looking at is a search engine. Now, a search engine is an engine that allows you search through the internet for specific information. Now, for a good example of a search engine is Google. So now when I click this, I'm using Chrome by default. So when I come to Chrome, when I click on Chrome, Chrome by default has Google search engine. So Google search engine allows me to search all over the internet using Google. So if I type something here, if I type let me say anything, maybe latest gist, or let me say Facebook or something. Now what happens is that the search engine takes up those stuff and then allows me to log in and then search on the internet. We have different search engines like Google. We have Google search engine. We have which other one for Amazon? Yahoo. We have Yahoo search engine. We have Go. We also have different search engines, but the most popular one we all know is Google, right? So now let's move over to the next one. So now we have the web server. A server is, I know maybe it sounds complicated, but let me try to break it down in a simple term. A web server is just a computer somewhere in the internet, somewhere in the world, where you carry all those your HTML files that we are going to be building, and then put it on the server and put it on the computer, so that whenever someone wants to search for that particular for a particular information in that site, in the website, it allows it to display it. Because after writing your HTML set, after building our beautiful site, after going through this project here, this our form, our gallery site, our e-commerce site, and our to-do app. So now it will only exist in our laptop, right? People all over the world doesn't have access to this particular information here. So now for people to have access to this particular information, we need to put it in over the internet. It's a web server, right? So a web server is just a computer and the internet somewhere. It can be in Lagos, it can be in Enugu, it can be in London, anywhere in the world, right? That we just carry that allows us to carry our HTML file, put it in the server. So it will stay there. So whenever someone wants a particular information from that site, it loads up our website. The next one is called domain name. So the domain name is just a unique name that we use to identify a particular website over the internet. So now we have normally our normal domain name used to look like something like this, something like with this. Can you see my stream? Something like this with this 123 4 dot something hash. If you ever try to connect a Bluetooth, your button phone is during those times we used to use Symbian phone, C1 and the rest. So if you try connecting your Symbian phone to another C1, so or Bluetooth. So you used to see all these words H3214 something like that. Those kind of but there's the those kind of crazy characters. That's what we used to have. Now what happened is that so which means that if you want to search for Google, you need to know the let's say Google has contain like let's say 24 characters. You have to master 24 characters to type to get to Google, and then master under 24 set of characters to get to Amazon and different other sites. But what happened that they came up with a way what we call domain name. So I can name like the same way that we are humans, and then we have our names. So what happens is that if I want to call you, maybe your name is Okechukwu, I can just call Okechukwu. Now you now automatically know that I'm calling you, right? So that's what happened. So instead of these weird names, they come up with an idea that you can just instead of answering 123E45678 124, right? You can just have something called let's say Amazon.com. So once you type Amazon.com, it moves and then search the equivalent of Amazon.com in 12345 6 and then loads up Amazon.com. So it's the idea is very a bit complex, but let me just not go down that deep and then let's just leave it here for now. So now the next one is IDE. So an IDE is a special software that allows you to write code in a beautiful formatted manner. Right? We can write our HTML and CSS, HTML, our build our website using something like Notepad if you're using system or any other stuff or any other way. But most of the times it's not that beautiful, it's not that cool. So now IDE is just a dedicated software that allows us write code in a more readable and formatted way, like in a more way that it will make more sense to you that is writing the code. So let me load up something Visual Studio and let me show you an example here. We have plenty different IDEs, but for this program we're going to be using Visual Studio Code. So I will show you how Visual Studio Code, and then I'll still show you how to set up and then install Visual Studio Code, right? In this part of these programs. So I'll load up. I'm loading up my VS Code. Let me show you how my VS Code will look. So my VS Code is coming. So can you guys see my screen?
Go on, we can
Hello?
see the screen.
If you notice something about this now, you notice that this VS Code is called Visual Studio Code. Okay, I'm just showing you the overview. I'm still going to show you how to use Visual Studio Code and how to set up Visual Studio Code. This is a code that I was working on before this class, right? So now, if you notice something, just forget about the weak code you are seeing here. We're still going to go over this, and then by the end of this whole program, you can just write more than even what you are seeing here. So if you notice something, it has different colors: blue, green, yellow, and you notice that this thing is more cool than rewriting your code. You can still write the same code in Notepad and with any other place, but IDEs are more best, like more better code because it will give you color code and other stuff. Then let's talk about extension and right. This is very important. I think I need to demonstrate something here. So if you guys have noticed something, okay, if you try going through your play a song, see song, let's say something like which other let me say a second song loaded. This a second song loaded. You always notice something that .mp3, right? Or if you are trying to play videos, you're going to always notice that there's always let's say vid dot dot m dot mp4, or you see something like a video dot all these Heroku TV films currently now, all these high Heroku TV films, you always see something dot mkv and the rest. The other format, these are called extensions. These things, extensions are just this dot. From this dot to these three other letters behind any file document is called an extension. Right? Can you guys hear me? Can you follow you?
Go on, yeah. Go on.
Hello?
Go on.
Okay.
We can hear you. Continue.
Okay. So now extension is okay. Let me go back to what I was showing you people. So extension is this last three words after the dot. Anything after this dot is called an extension. So video have and their extensions. Music, video, music, MP3 files, that is music have their own extension. We also have extension for documents, especially for text. If you see most of the times, you notice that if you see text document, you only see .txt or text document. For one done with something like what's it called Office, Microsoft Office, you always see maybe text or document dot docs docs. So these are extensions. So what does extension do? Naturally, like we were told in our primary school, if you go to the kind of primary school that I went, that told us that computer is an idiot machine. Actually, a computer is an idiot machine. So he doesn't know what to do with your files, but with the help of extension, he can know what to do with a particular file. Now, most of the times, computer doesn't know what to do with a particular file. It doesn't know whether a file is a text document or a music player document, any other a music document or video document. What happens is that when we stop applications like VLC on your laptop or your boom player on your mobile phone. So what happens is that boom player goes and registers with the phone and tell the phone, see, I play music. Oh. So anytime you see any file that ends with .mp3, bring it to me, I'll help you and play it. Android will be like, okay. So this guy plays songs, he keeps that one aside. And then if you install your VLC on your mobile phone, what happens is that VLC goes to your person and be like, Alpha guy, I play MP, anything that has to do with MP for video files, anything that has to do with MP4, MKD, HDD, HDDMI, any other video format. You'll be like, okay, nice one. So you have video, you play videos. So this is what happens with other files. So what happens is that most of the time, if you notice that when you now have a default file for playing music or song, when you click on a video, it brings out all the apps on your phone that can play a particular, that can play the video. Maybe bring out MX player, bring out VLC, and bring out maybe any other player you have on your system. So what happens is that when with the help of extension, your operating system like Android or your Windows knows what to do with files. So now in our course, because of this program, we're going to be using extensions like .html. So you see most of the times you're going to be seeing something like index.html, right? And then you're going to be seeing other things like maybe style.css. You're going to be seeing things like script.js. Now let me explain these extensions for you now. So first of all, HTML means hypertext. So okay, should I write it down? Hypertext markup language. Let's markup language for HTML. Then CSS means Cascadian type style sheet. Sorry, I can't even know this. I can't even remember this finish above. I don't even know how to spell that one. There's no CSS is Cascadian style sheet. Then JS means JavaScript, right? So JS means JavaScript. So anytime you see any file with .js, know that it's JavaScript file. Anytime you see .css, you know it's CSS file. Anytime you see .html, we are still going to be talking about other extensions, but for now, this is the common extensions we are going to be using for now. So the first one is the most important one we are going to be using throughout the course for now till we have CSS. Now, the next thing is setting up your environment. Okay, so now the only thing we need for this project, for this whole course, is a web browser, that which I know probably you already have, your HTML, your Chrome, your Primini, your Firefox, your Edge. Then the next one we need is a text editor or an IDE, integrated development environment, like example like VS Code that I just showed. So I hope every one of you people are ready and you people are with your laptop. So we are going to be going through the process together. if you are ready and you are with your laptop, so just type I'm ready on your on the chat so I can see and then continue. So because I would like you guys to do the same with me together. Do you guys hear what I said? So we want to set up the environment. So I would love to be doing it side by side with you guys. Okay. Whoever person is ready. Okay. So I guess I should start. Okay. So now come to your search bar, open up a new window tab, type VS Code. So VS Code. So click on enter. VS Code. Okay, I think let me drop it here. Um, VS Code. So type VS Code on your search bar. So once you type VS Code, you're going to be saying this is the icon, this is the text editor we are going to, the IDE you are going to be using. This VS Code. So click on this one, the first one. So are you guys following? Am I fast?
No, we are following.
Yeah, follow.
Okay. So so here, so click on that first link. Okay, let me go back again and come back. So now click on this first link here, the first link here. So you see this, it will open up this window. Now if you are using MacBook, so you can just choose between this. So if you're on MacBook, when you click here now, you can see different ones. You can see for Mac OS if you're on Mac. If you're on Windows, like I'm on Windows, you see Windows. If you're on Linux, you're going to be seeing Linux here, right? So now the next thing is click on download. So once you click on download, it's going to be so my own has said download. So my own is downloading currently. Let's wait to finish downloading. So my own is almost done. So okay. Now the next thing is once since it is done. So what about you guys? Are you guys following me?
If you are following, continue.
Okay, so you can either do it open it in two different methods. Like either you click here to show in folder, or you can come to this your folders and then go to your download. So I'll just do show in folder for the first method. Second method, so if I do show in folder, it's open up in the downloads. So this is the file here in my downloads. So what I need to do is just double click. So just double click on the file. Okay, I already have this code, but I'll still install this new one. So double click. So the first thing, are you guys see my screen?
Yes, you can see it.
Okay, so it pops up this screen. Then you click on agree, accept license, accept agreement. So click on next. So because if you don't click on this accept agreement, this next button is not going to be visible. So on accept agreement, move next. Now tick all this, right? Tick all these four icons, these four stuff. Make sure all these four stuff are ticked. Okay. Now the next one, to click on install. So it's installing, currently installing on my system. So now the next thing, once it is done, once it has completed the installation, next thing click on, leave this checked, just click on finished. So I'm going to close this and then just open a new Windows without this. Let me just open new VS Code without this. So let me show you how it will look like if you don't have if you haven't installed it before. So this is something like this. So are you guys having the same stream like me? Can you guys hear me?
Can hear you.
Eh? You guys have the same stream. Let me switch the earpiece. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, do you people have the same stream as like this one here? Or do you have a different stuff? If you have the same screen like the one you are seeing on my own screen, just tell me, just say okay. Just indicate on the group, on the chat. Let me know. So if there's any other thing I can help you guys fix, I can just start doing it now.
I have the code.
Eh? So I didn't get your Nara. Okay. So now let's move on. Now we are going to be saying this is the welcome stream, right? Now these are bars, different bars. Now you can click here for files. Now you have your new text file, new window, open window. So this is if you want to create new file. Now VS Code is such an amazing IDE because you can code any programming language, you can write any programming language using VS Code. Right now, the next thing I'm going to be installing. So I want you guys to, so that we just finish this, then we move into explanation once and for all. Let's just do this, all the installation we have to do for this, for the entire course. Click on this. If you come here, let me close this back. Click on this, something here, this icon here. Can you see my cursor? Do you guys see my cursor? Is my screen too small?
No,
No, we are seeing your question.
Go on, go on.
Okay, so click on this. When you hover here, you see something called extensions. Now, extensions uh external program you can actually write code more efficiently. So you need to come here, click on this extension. So I already have some other extensions installed already. Just type live server. So this one here, this first one here, this first one here. So I already have it installed. So if I don't have it installed, you're going to be sent this install icon. Just go ahead and click on this install. It's going to be on this. Okay. But let me play on install, so I'll show you how to look. So you need to click on. I'm coming. I just want to show you how it's going to look if I don't already have it installed. So live server. Once you just type live serve like have. Or okay. Once you just type live, you're going to be seeing it. It's going to be the first one here by I don't know that what I don't know I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Just click on install. So it should bring out the screen. So now this allows you to write your code more efficiently. So the next one we're going to be installing is HTML formatter. So Live Server is already installed. So once it is installed, you're going to be sending this to disable and uninstall. So the next one is HTML. Formatter. It's coming. Let me just look through this. Let me see the specific stuff. I think let's leave that one for now. I can't remember the name of this the extension. And see do it. Okay, let me check for my installs. Mm, yeah, I just leave that one for now. So now, so I'm still going to come back to explain this, but let's do all the installation once. that once we enter into explanation, we just explain, and then everything is going to be going smoothly, right? So now the next thing we're going to talk about is Git. According to our is let's talk about Git and GitHub. Now, GitHub, right? GitHub is an online database for storing code. So most of the times, as software engineers and as developers, we don't get to store our codes on our laptops. Why? Because your laptop can crash, and anything can happen to your laptop tomorrow, and then you don't have your code, right? Now that's where GitHub comes in. So GitHub allows you to store your code online, and then it helps you if, for example, so this software engineering stuff is very, like, the software engineering career is very interesting. That I can stay here in Nigeria and work with someone in US, and then simultaneously we'll be writing our code, and then everything is going to be happening in real time. So as I said, I've worked with like a couple of projects with people outside Nigeria, and fine, and then it's fun. So now with the help of GitHub, you can do that. And then as a developer, if you're a musician, if you tell somebody I'm a musician, the first thing they'll ask you, where is your album, right? If if you're a painter, when you tell somebody an artist, they'll ask you, where is your drawing. Now the same way as a software engineer, when you tell somebody I'm a software engineer, what they'll ask you, where is your GitHub account? So your GitHub account is like your profile, your portfolio as software engineer, right? So I'm going to be showing you my own GitHub account, and then still walk you through on how to create one. So this is my GitHub. So I'm coming. So this is my own GitHub. Wow. Are you guys see my screen? Are you guys following? So this is my own GitHub, right? So when you tell somebody you're a developer, the first thing they ask you, where is your GitHub account? So your GitHub contains all your entire code, and during the course of this program, every of our class, after writing code during the class, we are going to be pushing the code to our GitHub. And then if you have any question or anything you want me to look at, right, you're going to push it to your GitHub and then give me the link to the GitHub repo. So okay, so let me explain GitHub. Now GitHub, there are terms and there are terminologies in GitHub that might look scary, but they are still simple. So the first one you hear people say is repo, right? Now repo is just a folder. It's like the same way you tell somebody a folder in your laptop, right? You also hear something called commit. Commit is just you saving what you just worked on GitHub. So commit is just sending saving, just like saving stuff. When you tell somebody save your document, you commit to save your document. And the next one you hear people say is when you push. Push means upload your document, that's your particular document, that particular project you're working on, to GitHub, like this online GitHub. So you just upload to GitHub. Now the next one you hear people so for now let's just leave this commit, push, clone. The next one you hear is clone. Clone is to download a particular project. Just download someone else's project. To download someone else's project. So so let me give you a good example of clone. So I can come to here let's say this particular this project, this is my project, right? I can click on it. Then once it is opened, I can just click on clone. Once I clone this, right? Once I clone this, it will come into my laptop, like the whole entire source code, the entire code in this platform now just come into my system. So now let's install. First of all, we are going to be installing Git. You just type Git. Git. So, do you guys see what I just typed? Git. So now what's Git? Git is an offline version of GitHub that allows you to track your programs offline, and then once you are done tracking this stuff, once you are ready to push to GitHub, this like you're online, this your GitHub, this your GitHub stuff, this place, your GitHub. So Git will enable you to push your existing project GitHub. So now we need to download Git to set up Git locally on our system. So this is Git. So you can now come down here to this place. Now you can choose between what you want to download. We have for this, we have for Mac, we have for different systems. So I already have Git installed, but I'll say install it because of this. Just click on install. Click on this download for Git for Windows. Once you click on this, it will ask you to download different versions. So this is if you are using a 32-bit system, Windows, or if you are using a 64-bit. So if your system is 64-bit, you're going to be downloading this one. If your system is 32-bit, you're going to be downloading this one. So let me show you how to know if your system is 32-bit or 64. So are you guys following me? Are you guys following me?
Yes, we are following. We are following.
Am I too fast?
No, no, no. Continue.
Okay, so how do you know if your system is 64 or if your system is 32? So just come here, click on this your file, right? Come to this place, right? Like come to this PC. If this is Windows 10, I think for Windows 8.1 and Windows 7, I don't know what you're going to be seeing. It's like my computer. I don't know. But for Windows 10 and 11, you're going to be seeing this PC. Right click on your mouse. Right click on your mouse. It's going to come out with properties. Click on properties. So it's going to open up settings. And then that settings now, scroll down, right? Come down, look at this now. So it will tell you the system type, that 64 bits, right? So this is going to show you all your system information. So if the 64 bit of the system, so what happens is going to be downloading that one that has 64 bits. This one here. Well, let me highlight it. This one. If your system, if this place says 32 bits, you're going to be clicking on this one to download this one. Do you guys get me? So let me come back again. Let me start again. Just click on this, come to your folder, this folder icon, come to this PC or my computer, depending on if you're using Windows. I don't know for Mac or Linux. Just right click on your mouse, come down to property, right? Come down to property. Now click on, when you come back, when you right click on that property, it's going to open up your settings. You see about all, so it will tell you about everything on your system, your RAM. So I have 6 gig RAM installed. I'm using a 32-bit operating system. So and then other stuff. So it will still give you other information. The OS, last time I updated the OS, and the time I installed the OS, my operating system Windows 10 Pro, all those stuff it will even tell you the name of your system and other stuff, and your both your processor and every other stuff. So if you have 32, if this place says 32, this place says 32, this one I'm writing now says 32, it means you're going to be installing that one that has 32. If it has 64, it means you're going to be installing the one that has 64. So I'm going to be installing, my system is 64, so I'm going to be clicking on this 64, download 64. So I don't know if I'm going to be sharing this link on, okay, let me just put the link on the chat. So we are still going to be posting this video on the YouTube, same way we did the first time when we did the onboarding section. So now the so I'm still installing it. It's still network is slow, so it's going to take a while. So let's as it's still installing, so let's move to setting up a GitHub account. How to set up a GitHub account. So now first of all, so for this class, personally, I'm going to be what's it called? I'm going to be creating up a new GitHub account for this class so that it will be much easier for me to just push this material and the source code once you are done for each class. So I'm going to do it with you guys together. So open a new tab, type github.com. So let me still copy and still put it here. Github.com. So type github.com, right? Click on enter. So I want us to first of all set up every environment, then you can just start going to the class. So I'm going to log out of this my account. Okay. So once you type on github.com, once it opens, this is what you're going to be seeing. So let me go down. So this is what you're going to be seeing. So GitHub is usually a main design, collaboration, storing of your stuff, and the rest. So now we have more than 10,000, 10 million developers here on GitHub. So you can search for people here, and then what you have or what you have are going to put it. So now the next thing is sign up. So are you guys following me? Are you guys following me?
Yes,
Can you hear
yes,
me?
we're following. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I hope I'm not too fast.
No, continue.
Okay, so the next thing is once you click on github.com, you're supposed to be seeing this. This time you can see it on your mobile phone now. Create this account on your mobile phone. So okay, let me show you how it will look on your mobile phone though. So if you are more pulling us on mobile, um, so why the mobile version is loading? So let's see continue. I don't know if it's done. So this is how you're going to be. This is how it's going to be on mobile. Can you see my screen? This is how it's going to be on mobile. So if you are using mobile phone, you can click on the sign up to continue, or just right. You can click on sign up. So I'm going to be using desktop to continue. So click on sign up. So now So it's still loading. Okay. So once it is done loading, you're going to be seeing something like this. So you type in your email address, right? Your email address. So I have two email address. So I'm going to be using the second one. Oh, there's no way I can access that one now. Okay, let me use this first one though. Wow. Okay. So do you guys see what I'm doing?
Yes, we can see it. We can see it.
Okay. Gmail.com. Oh, someone also. My email is already working. Wow, how am I going to access the second email? Wow, wow. I mean, let me check this Gmail. I think I have another email I can just use for this class too. Um, ah, there's no way I can access my other emails. Yeah. Mm.
Why
So I'm
not
going.
like put the accounts for like one of the people in the class?
Okay. So someone should just type in your what's it called, your email address here. Just this, so I can just use the email address and then open it. Type in your email address. I'll just message. But I wanted to just use random email, but I remember that you need to go and you need to verify the email. So it's not a good option. Okay. Wow. So guys, so let me tell you, my phone is 3% and we don't have light now. I don't we're out of light. I don't know. So I'll just continue this class and then maybe okay, power bank. Okay. Don't worry. Mm, where is it? Okay, click on continue. I can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
So you can choose a password. I don't know, maybe something. Okay, see what happened. I'll hide the password, then I'll tell you Munachi, right? Just chat me up on WhatsApp for me to show you the password that I use.
Okay. But I can change it later, right?
Yeah, you can change it later.
Okay then.
Um, so when they change there now. Okay. Okay. So I think I'll just do this out. So I'll continue. So you need to enter a username. I think I'll just put Munachi. That's going. Okay, someone has already taken it, so let me just add Nachigos Nachigos will Nachigos will. So now it's available. So most of the times, some of those names are your name might already be taken, so you can just okay, you can just yes, can type no. Now you need to do what we call recapture. And captures for you to verify that you're not a robot. So pick one of the scale that shows two identity. Away. So which one? There's nothing. Okay. Something like this. Two identity. Okay. So you click on create account once you are done with that. And I've already email.
Yeah, money.
So how are we going to do it? Just send me the stuff here on this group.
Okay, okay.
Send just the stuff. Okay. So it's already verified, and then let's click on the skip personalization. So now this is the home page. This is your GitHub. There's nothing here for now. There's nothing here, right? So there's nothing like it's TMT. So once you are done with the whole process, this is what you're going to be seeing, like something like this. Okay, this is how your GitHub looks. So is there anybody on the class? Is there anybody on the class doing the same thing that I'm like following me and Rita, like doing what I'm doing currently? I think I have. Is anybody lost? Is anybody lost here? Are you guys following?
Yes, we are following. No, we are following.
Like you're the only person following. I'm not. The other people have not said anything here.
I'm getting lost and I'm getting myself.
Are you following, Solomon?
Yes, I am partially.
Am I too fast for you?
No, I'm catching
Yeah.
up.
Okay. So we are still going to be sharing a video of this class, and if I'll still be available in the group. So if you have any question, you can just reach out and then ask me, right? So reach out and ask me any question. Now let's move on. So we are done creating. Okay. By now your Git has already installed. So now the next thing we are going to be doing is to link our local Git. This Git here now, this thing here. So this our Git to this one online, right? So to do that, you need to do the same thing we just did before. Show in folder. You can show in folder. It opens up, right? So you double click. So now click on yes. Then click on install. So I already have Git installed before. So it's trying to remove the previous version and then it's going to change the previous version with this new version that I'm going to be installing now. So it's going to take a while. Let's just wait for it to finish. So it's now installing this new one. It's taking a while. So just click on launch, right? I'm going to remove this one. So this is what you're going to be seeing. So this looks funny. This is a typical window, like this is a typical what you're going to be seeing if you're watching all these hacking films. So you see them typing things like fast and then you hear them click on enter. Something like then things are popping up white and green and the rest, yeah. So something this is called a terminal. Now a terminal is a command line, is it a command window, like it only accepts command instead of mainly like we are all used to drag and drop like clicking on red but these icons for things to go or move on. Now without this terminal, without this right beautiful interface, you can still operate your system using what we call terminals, right? Now that's formerly before the invention of operating systems we used to use terminals like the entire screen will be white and black, like blank as this, right? So we used to use terminals, and then using terminals, you can operate, you can open files here, you can delete files, you can do a whole lot of stuff, right? Using terminals, and it's more even faster. So if you notice in hacking films, you see them using this typing stuff. So okay, now I'm going to just try to what is it called? Do a bit familiarity with this. Like let's just talk about more about this. Now, okay, I'll just leave this. This class is taking it's taking longer than expected. So I'll just in our next class we dive in more deep into how to use terminal, how to use VS Code. But for this, let me just focus on how to set up everything. And once you're done with setting up everything, like both your hosting plan, where you're going to be hosting our project, put your we are done in VS Code. So we installed our terminal, our Git now, and then we set up our GitHub account. So now, and then we are going to after this, we are going to move into how to host your project, how to host your project. Then in our next class now, we're going to be moving into deep. We're going to be moving to how to use GitHub, how to use Git, and how to what's it called, how to make your project get going, and then we still start writing our codes. So the class is taking a bit longer than I was expecting. But the most important thing that you guys are following and you guys are learning, right? So now, so GitHub. So now this is Git. Git is the local way of tracking up our stuff. Then our command what's it called, our file locally. So the first thing you're going to be typing is Git. So if I've installed Git correctly, when you type on you just terminal Git, so it's going to show you some GitHub commands. You're going to be saying, if you just type Git, so once you have installed everything properly, this Git properly, you're going to be seeing Git clone, like I said, is to download your repository down offline. You see like add is to add to the content of the index, remove this. We are still going to go in depth into this, but for this class, so that this class will not be too lengthy and then you forget things that we already talked about. So the first thing is for us to set up our Git. So the first thing to do is Git. Already wrote down the command. I'm going to still share this file, this file here now, right? I'm going to share this file in the group chat, so that you can just, instead of typing all those stuff, it will be much more easier for you. So I'm going to copy this, right, and then paste it and do some change. So for this here now, here doesn't accept the control V. So for it to work, so you need to right click on paste. So it is going to paste this. So click config user. So now you're going to be putting in your username, right? Your username. So for that username, so we use what is it called, Munachi. So I'm going to bring it up. Where did I save that stuff? Mm, wow. See, let me just set up this Git. Once I'm done with this, we call it a day. So my laptop is about to off and there's no light. My light just had issues today. Right, so we're going to continue this class. So the first one is to set up the username. The second one is to set up the address. Email address, so which I'm going to be grabbing from this place. I'm going to be a bit fast. So paste. So I'm going to set up this. So with this now, I'm going to copy this. So click on enter. So I'll just paste this one after the other. I'll make this available on the group. Okay. Okay, so now we are done setting up this thing now here. So wow, this overrides the one I already have in my system here. But I'll still change it later. So now the first thing is that we set our username, then we add our email. So this email is going to be the email using opening your GitHub. Now this one now, this auto CR of this sometimes the law we call line ending. So there are some special line ending that GitHub doesn't support. So it will convert your entire file when you are pushing it to GitHub to supported version of line ending. So the next one is initiate branch. Now and this one now there are different, like when you load it, like what we call your home screen. So we want the name of all our home screens on our GitHub to be main. Now this code I will now help. Okay, I'll still show you how it works, but let's leave that one for now. That's a bit technical detail. So now the next one, I don't know if my percentage will allow the still have about 6%. So, but do you guys understand what I just did?
Excuse me, all these
Mm.
things that you have already done, will I still need to do it on my own system too?
Yeah, you need to do it. No, you are going to be creating a GitHub account again. What you need to know, what I'm going to be sending you your GitHub your GitHub password. So you now personally, you now Munachi, you need to just log into GitHub, right?
Okay.
Or I don't know, maybe after the presentation I'll just delete your GitHub account and then you start again and then do it yourself.
All right
Yeah.
then.
Wow. Okay, guys, this is Joseph. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Munachi?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it's just so my system just went off now. What will happen? We are going to rejoin the class on Wednesday, right?
Okay,
I'll still do,
like
yeah.
which days are we to have classes?
Okay, classes should be Monday, Wednesday, so Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then let's say Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Okay, what time?
Okay, okay.
Okay. So I'll just push in the link and everything that I just said here plus the file to for the way the class ended today and just think I like to the off. I like to go the way it went this evening.
Oh,
So okay now so we're going to call this again now. Right? We're going to start again on Wednesday. So on that Wednesday I'm going to do a review and then we'll take off from where we stop.
okay. That's okay. I'll even chat you on WhatsApp now. So,
Okay, okay. So okay now have a nice day. Good night guys.
all right. Good night.
Mhm.